sent to tell them. The enemy is trying to create racial strife in this country. Tommy, you did not give me the 5 minutes. Now I have to have 5 more minutes. The enemy's trying to stir up all kinds of strife in this country, part of it which is racial. Now I'll tell you right now, there are some cultures that I just absolutely abhor. And I can see it any night I want. It's called MTV. It's awful. God made your body. He made it in the image of Jesus. And Satan hates it because it's made in the image of God. And so he wants you to destroy it. And all you've got to do is go and look at some of these cultures. Go like to Indonesia, or go to the Philippines, or go to some of these places and look at what these people who worship devils, and Paul said if you worship an idol, you're really worshiping the devil that's behind the idol, and look at what they do to try to please that devil. I've seen them put skewers, hooks into their back, and attach ropes to those things, and then pull these big images of the God that they are worshiping through the streets. They run sticks, like things you make like for barbecue, where you put kebabs, skewers. They run those babies from here through here and come out the other side. Look at and you say, how can they do that? They walk on coals. The things that they do to try to please these demons. And Satan wants them to destroy their bodies because he hates them. And I see that same kind of garbage getting into this country, into our children, into our young people. And I see the hopelessness. I see the kids that no future. I was watching several different television programs on the 60s and what was going on while I was in Vietnam. A lot of it I kind of missed because I was over there. But these kids, the flower children running around naked, starting premarital sex and all that kind of stuff, just free love and spreading disease everywhere. Now, these people, what happened to them? Well, a whole bunch of them want to control the country now. They grew into adults. They're 50, 60 years old, and they're into positions of power, and they're wanting to take the whole nation in that direction. You can't allow that to happen, folks. There's not a lot of us here, but we can fast, and we can pray, and God can set up ambushments against those that are plotting the demise of this nation. This nation needs to remain strong so that we can take the gospel, so that we can send people like Carolyn to foreign countries. It's this nation that has sent the missionaries all over the world, and they only got there because people were willing to give. Okay? All right. I don't think our guys are back yet. It's probably a good reason not to count the tithe during church. But I want us to prepare our hearts, okay? Dave, you come. Bill, come. Henry, come. Anybody else that was assigned to help with communion today, you come. Eight. We'll do it. 4 on this side, 4 on that side. Sister Polhemus, don't let George get upset with me. All right, all right. I know. Just once in a while. We don't want it to be a once in a while. Oh, we're here. I need somebody else. Who? Henry. Hey, Jacob, would you run down Reverend Moore and get her in here? I don't know where she is. You know, I never made this point real well. It's awful easy to get yourself prejudiced by a person's skin color or where they're from in the world. It's real easy, especially if you begin to link a particular ethnic group up with a rotten culture. You follow me? A rotten culture. A drug culture, a nasty culture, a hip-hop culture. You know, it's really easy to get poisoned against a particular ethnic group. But I wish you could see, these young people that come in from all over the world. The Filipinos, the kids from South Africa, the kids from Zambia, the kids from Puerto Rico, South America, Central America. And it's funny, in most countries, when you get out of the United States, there's 3 different groups, especially in like Mexico and South. You have the Indians, who were the real natives. Then you have the mulattoes, which are a mixture generally of European blood and Native American. And then you just have Europeans, especially in like Brazil and Argentina and places like that. And what happens is, in all those countries, you know who winds up on the bottom of the stick all the time? It's the Native Americans. It's the Indians. Now, like the Mexicans that you have coming into this area, they're really not, I mean, yeah, they come from Mexico, but they're Indians. If you look at them, they're Indians. But in Mexico, Vicente Fox, remember him? Did he look like an Indian? No, he wasn't an Indian, because there's a power base down there to where those of mixed blood got control because of the Spanish conquistadors, and it's just worked its way all the way through. Right? So if you could see these Mexican kids that are Indians and see them born again and filled with the Spirit of God, and to see them, like when they come up for ACE convention, I sit there sometimes in the cafeteria, and I look at these kids from all over the world. Now, somehow they got there. I don't know where they got the money to get there, but they got there. But I see them sitting there enjoying all this food, all of the beauties of this country, and it so warms my heart. And they're good kids. They're just kids. And I started to tell you, I was over at a Walmart while we were gone, and I was looking at the big televisions. And in Walmarts, they play this thing called Planet Earth on the TVs. It's like a DVD or something that they play. And I don't mean to get you upset or gross you or anything, but it really bothered me what I saw. And it takes a lot like this to bother me. But they had this thing where this wolf went in and attacked a caribou herd. And it chased him, and it finally separated out a little kid. And that kid ran for its life. I mean, it ran over hills and down and everything, and finally the wolf was just bigger and stronger. And it just grabbed it by the hind leg and took it down, and the little kid is just sitting there like this. And the wolf started eating it alive. And I'm telling you, it just, I've killed a lot of stuff in my life. And that I just couldn't get